fearless. How you taught yourself to swim mid-splash while jet skiing. I'll admire you for life. Daddy, I forgive you for the past. Luckily, the second through fourth quarters have been a blast. I remember how your cars always had the best music. Thank you for taking me fishing and teaching me to shoot with the rifle BB guns. You helped me to beat the neighborhood boys, making them all my sons. I loved how we put balloons in the spikes of my racing bike, and I zoomed past the finish line sounding like a motorcycle. So cool. Yeah, that's disco. Family for life. Gotta get what's mine. That's right. That's right. It's all about me. Hey everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is your girl Shantelly. For everybody new, welcome. First off, I just want to start off for apologizing that it's been so long since I made my last video. Life just kind of hit me hard at the end of last year, and I knew, like, you know how I've been going through the different song genres. We did fun songs, flirty, self-love, breakup. This one's life and family, and I knew this one was going to hit me hard, so I kind of postponed filming it for a little bit just to get caught up on work and personal life and everything. And then all of a sudden, something unforeseen happened. On Thanksgiving Day, I woke up to the news that my grandmother had died, and that pretty much just destroyed me for the rest of the year. So I haven't really posted on social media or anything since her funeral. I kept recording and doing, things privately, but even with that, I had to take a small break. So originally, my new album was going to come out in January, and I really just had to take a break. So I just finished the album recently and just got it uploaded for release. And so it will premiere March 7th, but I just had to take a break and focus on myself and to grieve, So anyway, a lot of the songs that I've written before talk about my life and family. And then definitely when you tune into the new album, Television Volume 3, you'll hear more just about the ups and downs and everything. I'm going to try my best not to cry through this, but sometimes, yeah, it might happen. So anyway, this one, out of all the ones you're going to see, is the hardest one for me to film. So let me try to do my best, and let's share my screen. Next up, For Life. Ooh, this is a hard one for me. So like I told you, my grandma just died last year, Thanksgiving. The previous year before that, my dad died on Mother's Day. So coming up, one of the songs from a new album called A and B, I'm going to talk about how hard it's been this past 2 years, from dad dying on Mother's Day to his mom dying the next year on Thanksgiving Day. It's basically making me, and you'll hear the lyrics in the song A and B, it's making me say RIP to the holidays. Like, I don't want to celebrate holidays, and I'm starting to dread them because major people in my life keep dying. So this particular song, For Life, it had just come out on the Something Real Volume 1 album. I released that like March or April of that year. And then Dad died in May, right after his birthday, like a week after his birthday. So the first funeral that I ever planned was my dad's funeral. I didn't know anything about funerals, but I had to just step up. So I did the photos, the slideshow, everything for it. So when I went up to do my eulogy, I played a snippet of For Life at the funeral for Dad. This song, it just came out like the month before, so he did get to hear it before dying. And then of course now, fast forward to Grandma dying, she was there at the funeral, so she got to hear and see it as well, But for me right now, the biggest part is, if there's somebody that means something to you, tell them right now, So I'm about to throw a party for my mom. For my album release,
The next day, I'm throwing a party for mom, and so I'm gonna perform some of her favorite songs for her. But it's not just about performance. I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of things for her because I really want to celebrate mom. You know, losing dad, losing grandma. I can't lose anybody else, and definitely, I want them to know how much they mean to me. But so you'll hear a little bit of just the way I try to honor everybody in this song for life.
Have you ever met that special someone where you just stare at them and you're like, yeah, I want this for life? I can listen to you all day, even during the times when I don't agree with you. I still love your voice because you're mine.
And I really mean that. Like, I could just listen to their voice all day. It doesn't matter about if we're not in agreement or not. They're mine, you know? They're who made me.
Mine, you're mine, mine. Get me right for life. Get me right for life. Gotta get what's mine. That's right. That's right. It's all about me for life. Gotta get mine for life. Mama, thank you for always making a way out of no way. You taught me how to fundraise for big school trips like the one to Chicago and all the gifted and talented days.
So, mom, that's the first strong woman I ever knew, you know? Growing up, we were poor, and I was in all the advanced classes. So, early on, I won a trip. We played the stock market game, and I won a trip to Chicago. It cost a pretty penny to go to Chicago because we were going to stay in hotels and go to all these special places. So that's going to take like a lot of money. And I remember thinking, how am I going to afford to be able to do this? And mom, she was a home health care nurse. She did that job by day and then two or three more side jobs, and she got the money together for me to be able to do that. And just every year from then on, every whatever special thing I won or was a part of, she always found a way to make it happen. So she's the one that taught me about fundraising.
Gave me my first taste of engineering. I remember recording you singing "The Lord is blessing." You've always been a blessing to me.
She also, like, she used to love this song, "The Lord is Blessing Me." And I remember having my little microphone and recorder and recording her singing it right there in the living room. So who knew? But that was my first taste of engineering way back then as a little kid.
Me when my blood betrayed me. Mama, thank you for saving me. I love you for life. Grandma, you're the one who gave me my name. To all my talent shows and pageants, you came.
My grandma named me. Like, the name Chantel, it's becoming more common now. But, you know, growing up all through school and in the whole town, there was no other Chantel. So I like having a name that's pretty, but that also is unique. And there's not that many other people with that same name. You know, it's unique, but it's not weird. It's still pretty. And my grandma named me.
Together we enjoyed Bible studies and crosswords. Thank you for all your wise words. Thank you.
She also taught me how to write with my left hand. I'm right-handed, but growing up in school when she was school age, they had a limited amount of kids they could accept into the schools, and so if you were left-handed, you weren't chosen for school like the first few years. And so she remembered how important that was, and she taught herself how to write with her right hand. So I think she might have actually been born left-handed. But anyway, from then on, all of her kids and her grandkids, she wanted them to know how to write with both hands because you never know when the system might change, right? So even though I was born right-handed, she taught me how to write with my left hand, and it ended up coming in handy because at age 7, I almost died. I had double pneumonia and I was in the hospital for a few weeks, and I had the IV in my right hand. So I had to do my homework with my left hand, and it came in handy knowing how to write with your left hand, you know, and I owe that all to my grandma.
Also giving me my first real silver cutlery. For my first place, I laid out elegant lace.
My first apartment I got, she gave me real silverware, you know, not the little fake silver that you can bend. No, like real sterling silver with some weight, engraved with the last name on it. So I'm always going to keep that.
That's fancy. And I always felt loved. Seeing all the pictures of me in your living room and all my artwork all over your dining room. To my bro, I've been proud of you since the beginning. I remember when you wowed the crowd with your dancing and won a trophy. No practice, no nerves, no routine, just 1, 2, 3. I love how you always been fearless, how you taught yourself to swim mid-splash while jet skiing. I'll admire you for life. Daddy, I forgive you for the past. Luckily, the second through fourth quarters have been a blast. I remember how your cars always had the best music. Thank you for taking me fishing. And
Yeah, like Dad and I came a long way. When I was a little kid, we argued a lot, but from adulthood on, like, he's been my best friend, and even during like the bad times, he still was a father. He still taught me, a lot of things, especially sports related things, how to shoot a gun. We went fishing. We would race our bikes. I was the only girl in the neighborhood my age. So like any other girls were like way younger than me or way older. So all the neighborhood boys, a lot of times would want to race me. And then it was an adrenaline rush to be able to beat the boys, to be not only the fastest girl, but faster than all the boys. And then after I'd smoked them in racing, then we go play Barbies and paper dolls or whatever. But when we got bored with racing physically with our legs, we'd get our bikes out. And so Dad taught me a little trick where you take a balloon, blow it up, and put it in between the spikes. And so then when you're riding your bike, when you're going fast, it sounds just like a motorcycle. So that was just a little cool thing that he taught me and we did.
Teaching me to shoot with the rifle BB guns. You helped me to beat the neighborhood boys, making them all my sons. I love how we put balloons in the spikes of my racing bike, and I zoomed past the finish line sounding like a motorcycle. It's so cool. Yeah, that's disco. Family for life. Gotta get what's mine. That's right. That's right.
So that's for life. So thank you guys so much for going on this journey with me through the genres, the fun songs, the flirty, self-love, break up, life and family, love, and then we wrapped it up with talk-ish. That is 62 songs you have listened to with me. Stay tuned because March 7th, Television Volume 3 comes out, and there will be 13 more songs that I want you to enjoy. 75 songs I've knocked out in 5 years' time. Wow. And I have more in the vault. So if you have not clicked like yet, click like on this video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and I will see you soon. I love you. Stream Shantelly Lace music. Subscribe to the channel. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you.
It's all about me for life. Gotta get mine for life. Sis, we got our first apartment together. I was never scared because it's you I had to shelter. You love art and music just like me. You'll be a star more than like. I want you to be proud of me. I know you hate how I'll never forget the worst day of my life. But that fight on the farm saved my life. And now I can tell you, I forgive you for breaking my heart. You taught me to finally cut people off, to avoid toxic situations and harmful occasions. Now no more loser men and shady friends. No more. I want us to stay better for life. To my twin, like a queen on the throne, you are my clone. In your looks and your ways. I miss the old days. Little Miss Meticulous. So perfect, it's ridiculous. All the pretty little flowers placed one by one. And watching our TV shows while doing our hair, makeup, nails, and lashes were so much fun. But you wanted to grow up way too early. I blinked and lost you in a hurry. See you in the future. RJ, you've seen it all. The rise and the fall. And the rise again. But this year we're gonna win. Math, science, and gaming gets my mind right. We love GTA, Call of Duty, and Fortnite. You're an astronaut. You're a prince. You're a knight. I always explore with you, pet the dogs and water plants with you. I thank God for you. You're my redemption. Family for life. Mine, you're mine. Shantelly.